Okay, I had to wait a minute. This is an example of stuff I work on. I just got done saying it. I got all these high schools and community colleges sitting dormant at nighttime. High schools aren't being used, and the community colleges. As taxpayers should have access to that at nighttime when students aren't there. Even at nighttime, even if they do have night classes at nighttime, any of the resources that are available, any tax-paying citizens should have access to it, to use it for educational purposes or as a co-op to do business, building, carpentry, mechanics, machinists, welding, all that. And at the same time, they should be using those utilities, facilities, to build their own infrastructure, electric infrastructure. Literally, the high school or the community colleges provide educational classes on how to build electric generators, solar panels, all that, electronics, and literally be building out their own electric generator system for their school. And the school would be making its own money. Not only would the school be providing electric for itself, it'd be providing electric to the electric grid. It'd be making money. They got all these people paying all these taxes to keep these high schools and elementary schools up and running. That's one of the options they should have put in effect a long time ago. And I don't know why people don't talk about it, but anyways, that's something I've considered for a long time. But that's something I was just thinking about, talking about how they got all these taxpayers paying a bunch of money to have these schools open. And they could use the school to build out the resources to provide money to itself. Literally, the school could build out its own electric power plant, so to speak. Solar panels and electric generators, hydrogen fuel electric generators, magnet generators. I had a couple of my own designs on electric generators. I used one up there in Kodiak, Alaska. The same electric generator unit they used to power the crane out of Kodiak, Alaska, the port up there. That's one of my designs I was going to do. Would still do if I got people that'd pay me to do it without having to put up with too much. But anyways, like I was saying, on the changing the high schools over to use some of their resources and facilities, taxpayers paying taxes to keep those facilities up and running, and then they're sitting dormant at night, not doing anything. Any tax-paying citizen should be able to walk through the doors, sign a piece of paper, and use what resources they need to, whether it's for educational purposes or as a tool crib. Literally prove that they know how to use the tools and equipment, pass the safety class and all that, make sure they don't burn the place down or blow nothing up, and they got access to the resources that the school has sitting there and not doing nothing for educational purposes or to build stuff. Like I was saying, doing your mechanic work, all that stuff. But with that said, I should be receiving a retirement pension. I should have the taxpayers paying my retirement pension on stuff like that. That's stuff that I work on all the time. I've been putting up the nonsense, so I figured I'd make this video and go ahead and upload it. But anyways, like I was saying, I should be getting a $1,200 a week tax-free retirement pension right there on the stuff that I work on, stuff I do. I was thinking about, this is on the side note, I was thinking about reusing cracked blocks on engines. Internal combustion engines. You can still use the crank. You can rebuild the crank and the lower end and repurpose the block. It could be a cracked block and still put it to use on a conversion kit I was working on. But anyways, like I was saying, back on the retirement pension, I should be getting a retirement pension off of the taxpayers on putting that out there. I would. I'd be out there making the school systems put that into effect. every one of the taxpayers talk to their politicians and everybody else that administers all that to put it into effect. Constituents, all the constituents write to their politicians, do some lobbying to make them do it. But anyways, like I was saying, I should be getting $1,200 a week retirement, tax-free, and health benefits for the rest of my life on stuff like that I talk about doing. Literally building out, letting people use the resources of the high school or community college, even the elementary schools if they got resources they want to utilize during the nighttime, like I was saying, or summertime. And at the same time, like I was saying, that's the one main aspect of it, is build out their own electric generation infrastructure instead of everybody paying an extremely exorbitant high electric bill to run the high schools, the schools, all of them. Have the high schools build their own electric generation infrastructure. But the main point of it is, I should be receiving a retirement pension check every week, $1,200 tax-free, and health benefits for the rest of my life. I'm saying stuff like that, putting it out there. That's the main point of this video. Got a little irritated today. I woke up. I went to sleep last night thinking about that, and woke up today, remembered it just today. I've said stuff like that before. Anyway, that's one of my latest posts. I haven't posted in a while.